Hi everyone, I'm BaaLizar and this is my review of Populous the Beginning. It is the third game in the series. The game is produced by Bullfrog Productions in '98. It is the same company that made other classic games such as Syndicate and Dungeon Keeper. Populous 3 is a classic game with unique concept and gameplay which is rarely seen in games. This is what helps Populous 3 stand out even today. The game does show its age in some areas, obviously the graphics, but also the controls, and the game might feel slower paced compared to modern strategy games such as StarCraft 2 or Dawn of War 2. Graphically, the game still looks decent today, and it has a great art style, and was actually one of the first strategy games with actual 3D graphics. The game has 3D world, but units were made as sprites. This was a good decision as sprites conserve computing power and also low polygon count units would probably look bad. The game has great tribal style soundtrack which fits the game really well, and the music is also quite relaxing. Story wise the game is rather limited, but the gameplay makes up for that. The story takes place before there were gods, hence the name The Beginning, which is different from the previous two games where you actually took a role of god. In Populous 3, players take role of shaman who has ability to use mana. The shaman guides her followers across planets to explain her tribe's influence and to become god. Players will face 3 other tribes across 25 different worlds, and each world is one separate mission. The gameplay is different compared to many other strategy games. So first I'll describe the units. There is Shaman, who has ability to use magic. The most basic magic is Fireball, then you receive Lightning, and then more destructive magic such as Tornadoes. Then there are Braves, who are able to collect resources and make buildings. Braves can fight, but not very efficiently. Then there are Warriors. Then come the Preachers, who are able to convert enemy units to your own side, but you can fall to the same trap. Priests can convert unlimited number of enemies at the same time as long as nobody interrupts them. As you charge the preacher, he starts to read his book, and your units sit down and listen to him carefully, converting to the enemy side, but you can also do the same. Fire warriors are the only units with ranged attack. The last unit is a spy, who can disguise himself as a brave of another tribe, and then set their buildings on fire. Well, there may be limited number of units, but they all have their purpose and make the game more simple. Braves can build ships and balloons which can be used to transport your units, but either can be stolen and used by other teams. Armageddon is the best spell in the game. It's probably different what is expected from the name. The magic can be a gamble, but it basically spawns an arena where all 4 tribes and all of their units are transported there for one massive brawl. The fight continues until only one team remains standing. One of the most advanced features of the game, especially considering its time of release, is the ability to change, deform or manipulate the terrain. So the player is able to increase the building space by making more land, making land bridges to cross to the enemy side, creating hills for strategic purposes, or changing land of other tribes so they will have less space to build. The volcano spell demonstrates the terrain deformation quite well. Overall, Populous 3 The Beginning is fun and unique game. It has many advanced features for its time. The game does still hold up quite well even today. So if you're into all the classic games, I definitely recommend you to give Populous 3 a try. The game does have a multiplayer if you want to challenge your friends. I'm BaaLizar and this is my review of Populous 3 The Beginning.